What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Daily Rage Quit. I'm your host, Weiss, and alongside me, the one, the only, Steelman.
They are who they thought we were.
And no better way to put in today's episode than to talk about EA's conference, EA Play 2020. We wanted to dive into this because we had some expectations. We knew what was coming, and also we were surprised by some things as well. So in the EA conference itself, we got to see a lot of gameplay of things that they're going to be launching this year, but we knew some of the shit was coming. So we want to talk about all the things that we saw, run through some things that were obvious, and some things that were interesting to us. So let's get the shit out of the way right off the bat, and let's talk about the stuff that we already knew that was coming. One, Steelman, we got a new FIFA coming out. FIFA's a great series. I like FIFA. I'm a closet FIFA fan, just because I really enjoy the gameplay and the way that it moves and its fluidity. It's always been good. It doesn't need to change. They've kept that formula forever, and I think we're not getting anything special or new. It's just updated rosters and maybe some cool upgrades here and there.
Yeah, like they're gonna basically make like the grass look greener, or like have more grass particles when you kick the ball or something. Like that's all you ever get from a Madden or FIFA game anymore. Like there's some stuff that they change, and you get updated rosters, and that's the big one. But yeah, like I love FIFA. I haven't played it in a couple years, but like I'm definitely a FIFA fan. But at the same time, like I know that I'm not gonna get blown away by something in an EA conference.
Along with not being blown away by anything except for the same old shit, we also got Madden.
Yeah, same thing.
I'm not a fucking Madden fan. I haven't played it in forever. I think it's just the same shit over and over. There's nothing new to it whatsoever. But there's a lot of Madden fans out there. I'm sure they're stoked and excited. I didn't, again, see anything spectacular. They didn't give us anything new, so I ain't fucking worried about it.
Yeah, the sports games like all kind of gel together for me. Like I'm a sports fan, but not a sports game fan. Like I don't know, not anymore at least. Every once in a while I'll pick up a FIFA, but that's pretty much it. So, you get the same thing year after year with them. You get updated rosters. Their motion capture might have improved a little bit more. Now you got a couple more animations, but at the same time, it's just kind of the same rigmarole that we always get.
I mean, both FIFA and Madden are just moneymakers. So release it every year, add some adjustments, you call it a day. It's a good strategy. I mean, and it's worked. I'm actually genuinely curious with Madden, though, as I believe they don't have the full license anymore to be the only ones producing the NFL. So I wonder, I'm just going to throw it out there for all you old gaming head motherfuckers. Remember when 2K launched their version of football and it was only $20? So they cheaped down the price drastically and the game was better. I think they're going to have a lot of stiff competition there anyway.
I hope so, man. Like everyone gets better from competition. We've talked about this before. Like bring another franchise in and see what they come up with. At least they'll push each other a little bit. Maybe we'll get something new. Like, competition's always good.
I hope a New Mutant League football. Give me something like that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Dude, actually, what was the Blitz the League? That was the last, oh man, that one was good. I played that on like PlayStation 2, I think it was, or something. Man, that was an exciting game. So.
Also, we got from the conference, we got a new updates from Apex. Nothing crazy. It's a great game. For Respawn to launch out of the middle of nowhere the other year and just completely hammer down the multiplayer aspect of EA and the gaming industry. They came out flying, and it was an awesome game. It still is. We kind of fizzed out for us a little bit, but it's cool to see that they're going to do some cross-play. So if you want to smash some Xbox people, go for gold, but really there's nothing spectacular there either.
Yeah, and they announced it on Twitch or Nintendo Switch. Like, fuck cares. So who the hell has a fucking Switch? I mean, I guess some people do. I think Juan does. But I don't know. Like, I'm not a big Switch fan. Like, I can't play games on my phone, let alone a system. But yeah, so I guess that was the draw there. Apex, same shit. It's a new season. They're getting probably some people to use the cross-platform play to pump some new people back into the game because I've heard their numbers are kind of going down still. So
Sure.
I guess that's their move. Cool.
It's the type of game that isn't meant to last forever, and they're going to try what they can to continue to milk the dollars out of it. Talk about
Yeah.
milking dollars and milking in general. I didn't even know they were still making
It's
fucking
EA's
Sims games.
slogan.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, milk me,
EA's
milk
slogan is
me.
milk the gamers, pretty much. That's what they do.
The Sims, dude. What? They're still fucking making that game.
Yeah, right.
What
Like,
the
I don't
fuck?
know.
I would. Go
I guess
ahead.
the smaller the kid audience likes it still. There's like little kids playing it and stuff. I don't know.
There might be a bunch of old fucking people
That
playing it
too.
too that are just like, I love The Sims. I love running the world. I mean, get out of here. No one cares. Like, The Sims is over. We're done simulating life.
Yeah, living vicariously through your avatar because your life kind of was like meh, meh. So the older generation might like it, I guess. I don't know.
Now we got some of the shit out of the way that we anticipated from EA. That it is what it is. Let's talk about some of the stuff that was kind of cool that they showed at EA and in the conference itself. One thing, we had a new IP that they're launching out, which is something called Rocket Arena, a 3v3 play, which honestly, doesn't look like a AAA title whatsoever, but it looks fun.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I could say about it. I was watching the video and I'm like, you know what? Like, I could play this for, it's kind of like Rocket League. Like, we all picked up Rocket League for free through the PlayStation, and we were kind of like, what is this? And we jumped on it and we are like, hey, this is actually a fun game. And you play Rocket League to this day.
Yep.
That's what I could see it being. It looked like a pretty cool little 3v3. It looked like a cross between Super Smash Brothers and Rocket League, or like you said, Unreal Tournament, even like a 3v3 version of it, which there were 3v3s, I think, back then too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks kind of cool. Like, you got to knock people out of the arena and hit them out like Smash Brothers. Like, I'll fucks with it.
Yeah, I'll only play the game if it's fucking cheap. If it's like a $60 game, you can go ahead and eat shit.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I'm not paying $60 or something like that. Let's be real. Like, that's a free to play, sell the shit out of to some kids with their parents' credit cards, some cosmetics, and that's how they'll make all their money off of it. That's for sure. That's what's going on there, I think.
I think in talking about that, there were two big standouts that came at the conference. The first one was nothing out of the nothing that was flashy, but enough to drive super high amounts of interest, which was Skate 4. So they are in production of Skate 4, which for everyone that has played through the Skate franchise, and it was also played the Tony Hawk franchise as well, anyone who's played any of those knows Skate as being one of the closest to skateboarding simulators. In that, you would have a chance to be able to, create tricks by flipping your joystick. So the way in which you flipped your joystick was the way in which you were going to produce a kickflip, which was a really cool concept. Made the game super fucking hard, and it's just refreshing to see that they're revitalizing a franchise that actually was really, really good.
Yeah, I haven't had much experience in Skate 4, to be honest, and but it's always cool to see something come back that's had success, as long as they don't beat the dead horse with it. And it's been a while since Skate's come out, so I don't think that's what they're doing here, even though EA has a tendency to do that. Star Wars, all the time. But yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks cool. A skating game. We haven't had a skating game in a while. They announced Tony Hawk was coming back too. Or no, what are they doing? They're
The whole it's all
right?
of they're doing the whole
Yeah.
thing. All of Tony Hawk is just coming back in one
Yeah.
single remastered way.
So maybe maybe that's cool. I don't know. I'd check out Skate 4. I'm down.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see that one. And obviously, probably the biggest title that was shown, and that was probably going to be the showstopper, the entire conference itself, was Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah.
they EA. Listen. We talk a ton of shit on EA because they, like we said, they milk the teat on a regular basis on gamers. They launch a ton of garbage as well. But one thing that Steelman and I think we can definitely agree on is that they are super powerful in going into the Star Wars franchise. The Battlefront 2 was a fucking awesome game. The sound effects were unreal. The graphics were fucking so cool, and the battles were great. The only problem was, when we give the slogan "milk the tea," eventually EA's like, well, guess what? If you if you buy these weapons, you can win more. It's like that was the worst move ever. You're not supposed to make games to buy things to win. You might as well buy a fucking Game Genie then, if that's the case. So all you fuckers out there that were like, but that was the best move ever, don't watch our fucking series. We don't care.
I don't think there's a lot of people out there that agree with that statement. I think everyone was overwhelmingly pissed. So.
And it stopped us from playing the game. But I'll tell you this, that the game itself was a strong game. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, if you had a killer sound system or a killer headset, the sound effects in that game I'll never forget. Like just the flybys of TIE fighters, the flybys of X-Wings, the AT-ATs running down. It was so cool. And knowing the power that they could put behind a Battlefront and putting it into Squadron, I truly believe it could be a super strong title. And Steele, I'll end it on this, and I'll pass it to you. I hope it reminds me of taking a step back in time, like we were playing X-Wing or TIE Fighter back on PC when you can get one of those shitty plastic joysticks that had a red button on the top like you're going to launch a fucking nuke.
Yeah, I mean, if they can capture that moment in time and just kind of revitalize it with better graphics, then I think they have a recipe for success there. Like, and it looks like they're going to do that. It sounded kind of cool. There are some cool things that I've seen since then that they've spoken about. One being that like you have these staged battles where you start off in a dogfight, and then whoever wins the dogfight, they go and they have to attack these two ships. And if they're unsuccessful, they get pushed back to the dogfighting area. If they're successful, then they go back and they fight like kind of like Rush in Battlefield, but with a 6v6 squad. I was like, man, that sounds pretty fucking cool. Like we can get the squad on board for that, and they'd probably be like, yeah, let's jump in and do that. So I have high hopes for it. I played a little bit of the previous game, and I wasn't by any means playing it all the time, but I remember playing a little bit of it. I was super young, but that was fun, man. Like commanding a Star Wars ship, a starship, or X-Wing. Jesus, couldn't think of it.
Yeah, Star Wars fans are gonna shred you, bro.
Yeah, I know, dude. Right? Fucking Star Wars fanboys are all just gonna jump on here and shred.
He's getting it wrong.
He's getting it wrong. Get it right. Jesus.
What is wrong with you?
God damn it, Star Wars noob. Padawan or whatever the fuck they call him. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good game. EA's done a lot of teat milking with the Star Wars stuff lately, so it's about time they get one right. The Battlefront thing just kind of fell flat on its face after a while. It had some success, but I think a lot of people were turned off by it because of the pay to win, and also I thought it was easy. I thought it was like really easy to upgrade stuff, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, you get pay to win." It's like, oh fuck, like I don't like the loot boxes and all that. So like. Yeah, I think it's about time. It sounds like there will be ship upgrades and all that stuff, but it sounds like it's going to be mostly in-game. I think they learned their lesson, hopefully. Yeah, they had to have. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think that one will be good.
We have high hopes for this game, and we're anticipating greatness. What we didn't anticipate that we didn't get, where the fuck was Battlefield? And listen,
we never get Battlefield.
We'll never. We're gonna get it when they want to launch it. I understand. Yeah. They gave us like a 10-second clip of, "Oh, get ready, Dice is on the road, going to make the greatest Battlefield ever. We're gonna have bigger battles and better graphics and yada yada yada." I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. We don't need you to tell us DICE is working on the game. We already know that. What
Yeah.
would have been extraordinarily nice, because EA Play talks about the games that are coming out in 2020, right? It would have been nice to really hear about a remastering of one of the Battlefields. We know there's been remasterings in the work. We know it's there, and we got nothing. And I was so fucking frustrated not hearing anything, but they're doing a great job. We can't wait for the team to launch. It's like, we know we're the fan base that wants it, and you're fucking driving me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they dropped the ball here. I think this was the major disappointment. Announce something about a rematch. Like, I mean, we already did the remastered video, so I'm not going to go into it and what it means. But I honestly just think they missed a huge opportunity announcing that they're going to remaster Battlefield 3 or 4, and just saying, hey, we're going to release it by the end of the year, or we're going to release it first quarter of 2021, and just say, hey, it's coming. Get people excited, put it out, get people ready for Battlefield 6, get them back into the community, and then go and release Battlefield 6 next year with all these people that have just been playing a Battlefield game for half a year plus. And then dump them all into Battlefield 6 and boom, knock them out of the park with Battlefield 6. And that to me, if I'm an executive at EA, is what I'm going to say. Yes, that plan sounds absolutely fantastic. That's how we're going to bring people in. Let's do it, make it happen on all accounts, hire whoever we need to do. Let's get the franchise going again. And it was crickets. There was nothing. We got a bunch of, we got big battle scenes, and they showed that person's face, which, it's whatever to me. And there's also, I guess, some full building destruction that people are speculating is Battlefield, but that's it. There's only speculation. I think destruction is going to be a big part in Battlefield 6. I think it's going to be next level, and I hope that's what they're going with. But also, I kind of, it's just kind of like, this is so-so, and it makes me wishy-washy when it makes me feel like they're being wishy-washy, I should say, when you don't have an announcement that's concrete announcement for this year, and then next year it's just like, and if you're not going to announce Battlefield 3 or 4 remake this year, that means it's coming next year, probably late in the year. And that means to me that you're not confident in Battlefield 6. And, I'm scared of that. I don't want to see that.
My blood is boiling right now, just simply because it's such an important franchise to EA. It's the franchise for DICE. Obviously including Star Wars in there, but my face hurts. My face hurts from yelling at my screen and asking, what the fuck are you giving me? Because you didn't give me anything. Yeah. So I would have rather, Steelman, heard nothing and give me an announcement in the fall, in the winter. I don't care, but don't give a shit. And that was a shit move.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get an announcement on Battlefield sometime next year, and it'll be its own announcement. But I guess until then, this is all we have. Hoping for large battles with massive destruction, but we have no idea.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into our episode, recapping back on the EA Play 2020 conference. Some cool games, some same shit that we've seen, just a different day. Be sure to subscribe down below. We want to make sure we keep these videos going, so subscribe to our channel. Of course, like or dislike. We need to know if you like our shit or not. And keep the conversation going. Let us know about your thoughts on the EA conference and what really stood out to you. And also, what sucked. But all of us from the Daily Rage Quit, we're going to say peace.